let's take a look at the production process of Sweetheart. Before making, everyone according to the diagram. Prepare the required materials and tools. First make roses, daisies, round flowers. Then make leaves and branches. Then make 5 petal flowers and buds. Finally turn to the back to trim the threads and sew the monk's cloth. So it's done. The Sweetheart will be more complicated. Let's analyze the pattern. The one with 3 small dots in this circle is a rose. The one with a long line around it is the daisy. Oliver-shaped leaves. For the convenience of production, we can take out the washable pen, connect 2 line segments into a line, draw the midline of the leaf. In this pattern are the branches. So a point like this spreads out all around. 5 lines, 5 petals. The small circles indicate small buds. The one with a line segment in the circle next to it is a round flower. Let's start making. Take out the number 8 yarn. Adjust the needle gear to B. This only demonstrates the production process of roses. For other production methods, please refer to the previous video. Best wishes gift. Like this rose is done. Then take out the yarn 3, 23, 25. Use the same poking method. Poke the remaining roses in turn. Like this, the rose part is finished. Next, start poking the daisy part. The core of a daisy is more complex. Need to poke from the back. Take out the needle. Adjust the needle gear to B. Take out the number 22 yarn. Thread the thread according to the previous threading method. First poke this little flower heart part. This little flower heart is finished. Next, poke the hearts of these 3 daisies. For the need to poke from the back. So, before poking, determine the location of the daisy flower heart. Turn to the back. You can see that there is no pattern. Flip back to front. Trace the outline of the flower heart several times with a washable pen. Make the mark penetrate to the back. Turn to the back. You can see the trace of the pen. Draw the pattern with a pen. If you can see clearly on the back, you need to trace it a few more times. Remaining daisy core, plotted in the same way. Like this, the daisy core part is drawn on the back. Take this flower core as a demonstration. Insert the needle from here. Note that this thread does not need to be withdrawn from the back. Poke along the trace first. Flip to the front. You can see that's it. It's made up of little coils. Turn to the back. Keep poking down. After the first lap is poked, the next lap should be next to the first lap and continue to poke. The next needle is inserted in the middle of this line segment. Poke down in the same way until the area is filled. Press and hold the thread to disconnect. Flip to the front. Adjust it. And then the core of a daisy is made. Turn to the back. Use the same poking method. Poke the remaining 2 flower cores. Flip to the front, adjust it. Take out the number 28 yarn. Thread the thread according to the previous threading method. First poke this little daisy. Then poke this big daisy. It can be observed that the petal line of this daisy is relatively long. While poking the petals, need to poke back and forth a few more times. Daisy petals will be full and beautiful. Insert the needle from the inside of the petal, poking towards the outer end of the line segment. Poke back the first needle insertion point. Poke back to the outer end point. And then the next shot to poke the inside position near the next line segment. So when you poke this daisy petal, there is no need to disconnect halfway. Then poke towards the outer end of the second line segment. Poke back inside. Poke back seconds. Outer end point of a line segment. And then the next shot to poke towards the inside of the next line segment. You can see it. And those two petals are done. Follow the same poking method. Poke the remaining petals of this flower. Adjust it. So this daisy is poked. Pay attention to these 3 line segments. It is made by poking the petals of small daisies. I won't explain the production method here. According to the poking method of small daisy petals, it can be poked. Then take out the number 3 and 23 yards. Method of poking with large daisy petals. Poke the petals of these 2 daisies separately. Let's take a look at the poking of these 2 round flowers. Remove rose red stranded wool. Thread the thread according to the previous threading method. Insert the needle from this point, poking towards the center of the circle. Lift the needle. No need to rotate. Continue to poke forward in the direction of the oblique port of the poke needle. Insert the needle directly into the circle. Disconnect. Then insert the needle from this side, poking towards the center of the circle. The next stitch goes directly into the circle. Disconnect. Poke down in the same way. Poke to the last set of lines. No need to disconnect. Poke along the circle again. Just enter the needle directly at the end of the line segment. So this round flower is poked and done. Use the same poking method. Finish poking the other round flowers. Two round flowers like this are done poking. Take out numbers 15 and 17 yards. And the leaves and the branches were partially poked. Here's a leaf and a branch being made along the edge. Detailed production. You can refer to the leaves and branches of the flower bouquet to make it. I'm not going to show them one by one, the remaining leaves and branches. According to the corresponding color of the diagram, poke and finish in the same way. Leaves and branches are finished like this. Then start poking the 5-petaled flower parts. Take out the needle. Adjust the needle gear to see gear. Take out number 2, 23, 25, 28 yarn. Here is a demonstration of the production process of a 5-petaled flower. The remaining 5-petaled flower, just poke to the corresponding color according to the diagram. And then you're done with the 5-petaled flower. Next, start poking the remaining small buds. Small buds correspond to more colors. Prepare the desired color before poking. Here is a demonstration of the production process of 2 small flower buds. For detailed production, you can refer to the small flower bud production in Flower Bouquet. The remaining small buds, just poke to the corresponding color according to the diagram. The little bud part like this is done. Then turn to the back and trim the thread. Like this, the thread is trimmed. Flip to the front. Draw a circle to centimeters outside the no-slip gripper hoop. Here we go. Just cut the monk along the traces of the pen, then sew the cloth. The method of sewing the monk's cloth is the same. Detailed production of reference flower bouquet method. The sweet hearing is completed.